Taehyung, why aren't you answering? Answer the damn question. You are a cheater, just like your sister. You are also a cheater. Why? Why you did that with me, huh? Why you cheated? Was I not good enough? Was I not enough, huh? Tell me. Why? Taehyung, please listen to me. Stuttering. Taehyung, was it fun, huh? Tell me. Must be better than me, right? His eyes were also teary. Why, Taehyung, please let me speak. She started crying hardly. Taehyung, what will you say, huh? Tell me. One, I never cheated on you, Taehyung. Believe me, I never. Taehyung, liar, because I saw you with my own eyes and I heard everything. That wasn't the first time, and when I came back, you were still there for 20 minutes. Tell me what you did after that. Wine, babe, please, you are hurting me. Taehyung let go of Wine's arms as she fell on the floor. She was crying hardly. Taehyung's eyes softened seeing her. Wine put her arm on her face and cried her heart out. Taehyung couldn't stand her condition anymore. Tears fell from his eyes. He went to the bathroom and splashed some water on his face. Wine was crying while hitting her chest. Her eyes fell on the knife which was placed on the fruit bowl. One, I will end all this misery today. I can't live with the title of a cheater and a whore. I don't want to continue living. She got up and took the knife. Taehyung came out of the bathroom. He saw Wine was going to cut her wrist. His eyes widened and a fear rushed through him. Taehyung, Wine. He shouted and rushed towards her. As she was going to cut her wrist, Taehyung took the knife from her hand and threw it away in the corner. He grabbed her by her arms again and shouted, Taehyung, are you out of your mind? Her face was hung low. Taehyung pinned her to the wall and then lifted her face up. He wiped her tears and removed her hairs from the face. She was looking dead. He saw her eyes, which was showing pain. Taehyung, Wine, he said softly. There was no response. Taehyung smashed his lips on her and started kissing her roughly. Wine pushed him, but Taehyung deepened the kiss. Wine closed her eyes and gave in. Her tears fell. Taehyung removed her and tossed it in the corner. Breaking the kiss, he started kissing her neck. He placed his hand as she winced in pain. Taehyung stopped there. He lifted his head and saw Wine's face. Her eyes were still closed. Taehyung kissed her cheeks softly and then took a step back. His eyes widened and he was shocked to see Wine bruises. Her body was covered with bruises and black marks. Taehyung's eyes got teary. Taehyung, who did this? Who did this to you, Wine? Wine didn't say anything, just opened her eyes. Taehyung, I'm asking you something. Give me the name. Who did this? He came close to her and attached his body with her and softly kissed her cheeks. Why you want to know, huh? Why you care? I'm a cheater. Why you care about a cheater? In fact, you also beat me because I deserve this. Taehyung, are you hating yourself, Wine? I will never hurt you and will never allow anyone to hurt you. You don't deserve this. Oh, so you will never hurt me, but you just did. These bruises, they didn't hurt that much. Like, they will heal with time. But what about my heart? You hurt me with all these allegations. You didn't hear me out. She started crying. Taehyung hugged her and patted her back. I never cheated on you. What you saw was a lie. Your brother, he's my ex-boyfriend and who cheated on me with my own sister. And why I came here as your wife, he started harassing me. I accepted you with my whole heart. Her voice got heavy and she couldn't say a word. Taehyung, what? I will kill him. He was furious. He broke the hug in a hurry to beat John, but Wine stopped him by hugging him again. Don't go anywhere, Taehyung. Stay with me. He calmed down a little. Wine, I love you, Taehyung. I love you with all I have. I ignored him, but he never stopped. Taehyung, you should have told me earlier, Wine. I would have ripped him off. Wine, I'm sorry for not telling you, but I'm not a cheater. I'm not a whore. Taehyung, you are not on all these bruises. He did this to you? Tell me, Wine. It was hard for him to stand still as he wanted to break John's bones, but for Wine he controlled himself. Why no, it's my father. He was shocked to hear that because he thought her family loves her. My father was always abusive. When I got to dinner that day, you didn't come with me, and also in the kitchen, John was harassing me. My father saw this and he beat me. When he said I'm jealous of my sister's happiness and I'm not over John yet, he said I'm whore who's seducing her husband. He didn't listen to me, Taeyang. He never did. Taeyang's eyes were filled with tears and he was so much. He also did the same. He believed what he saw and called her a cheater. Taeyang, I'm with you. No one will hurt you from now on. And please don't ever think of killing yourself. I love you and I can't live without you. Wine, you love me? He hummed and kissed her forehead. Then he left Wine in the bridal stand and placed her on the bed. His tears fell when he saw those bruises again. Taeyang took the medicine and started applying it on her. His heart was clenching and Wine can see the pain he was going through. Wine, it's fine then. Please don't be like this. Taeyang, it's not fine. Until and unless I make them suffer, I cannot be fine. He took off her and saw more bruises. Taeyang, I wish I was there with you. I wish I didn't let you go to the dinner alone. I'm sorry. After applying medicine, Taeyang lay down beside her and snuggled in his chest. She hugged him tightly. Taeyang placed many soft kisses on her shoulder. Taeyang, I want to confess something, Wine. I married you to take revenge. Wine, revenge? Confused. Taeyang, yeah, your sister cheated on me and left me for John because she thought I'm poor, so I wanted to marry you and make your life hell to make Rhea suffer. Wine, why? That means you hate me? Taeyang, no, Wine, I never hated you. In fact, I fell in love with you in just one glass. That's why I let go of my past and decided to move on because for me, Wine mattered, not Rhea or any revenge. Wine, and how would I know that you love me and not taking your revenge? Maybe it's your revenge. He kissed her passionately. Taeyang, now you believe me? In my heart, there is just one woman, and that's you. Wine, say that again. It felt good. Taeyang, I love you, Wine. He said and back her lips as Wine smiled. He did it multiple times, making Wine giggle. Time skip. Wine was making much for Taeyang. Rhea came here and deliberately bumped into her. Wine fell towards the stove and boiling water fell on her hand. Wine winced in pain. Rhea, oh, your skin got burned? I'm sorry. She came towards her ear and whispered. But you kinda deserve it. Wine ran to her room while wiping her tears. John got home and he saw Wine. John, you slapped me in my face, Wine. You will pay for that because right now no one is in the house. He smirked and followed Wine. Wine went to the bathroom and she was crying standing in front of the mirror, seeing her burned hand. John, what happened? You burned your hand? He started coming closer to her. He grabbed her arm and pulled her in the shower. Wine, leave me. He started. Rhea saw earlier that John followed Wine. She smirked as now was the time for action. She called her parents crying, saying Wine has and they are in the room. She also knew that their young parents will be here in some time. Rhea, perfect. I will get rid of John and Wine at once. While she was doing all this, she didn't knew someone was witnessing it all. One Matt saw how she burned Wine's hand and what was she doing. He also decided to stay silent as she is just a man and it will put her in trouble. But she was feeling so bad. Taeyang was in the office. He was feeling something is wrong. He called Wine multiple times, but Wine didn't pick up her phone. He decided to go home and check on her. As soon as he entered the home, he rushed towards his room. Rhea saw Taeyang and she thought it's even better to see if he see all this himself. Taeyang entered the room and he heard Wine crying from the bathroom. He went to the bathroom and saw Wine's condition. His eyes got furious. Taeyang grabbed Jack from his nap and punched him on his face. Taeyang, how dare you? He pushed John to the other side and turned the shower off. Taeyang put his coat on Wine and hugged her tightly. I'm here and you get out. Get out of my room right now. He He ran out from the roof, then lifted Wine and placed her on the bed. Then he called the security guards, telling them not to let John out of the house and held him hostage. Then he turned towards Wine. Taeyang, Wine, everything is fine, huh? I'm here. He saw her condition as he clenched his jaw. Wine, Taeyang, he's a pathetic person. She was crying hardly. He was trying to calm her down while changing her clothes. Eyes closed as he couldn't see, and his heart was breaking down in pieces. Taeyang, rest here, baby. I will come after taking care of some things. Wine, no, don't leave me, Taeyang, baby. I have to teach him a lesson, please. She nodded as Taeyang lay her down on the bed and put a blanket on her and placed a kiss on her head. Taeyang called the guards and told them to bring John to the living area. They did as he said. At the same time, Wine and Taeyang's parents entered the living room. Wine's dad was furious and his eyes were searching Wine. He saw John leaning in front of Taeyang. John, Taeyang, believe me, I didn't do anything wrong. She is the one who did all this. She called me in the room, Mr. Kim. What is happening here? Ria, Wine and John, they both were in the same room. They are having an affair behind our back. She started crying as Wine hugged her from the side. Mrs. Kim, what? She couldn't believe what she heard. Taeyang, shut up everyone, and you, how dare you? He shouted as everyone flinched. Taeyang was very furious. His eyes were dark. He started beating up John as Whitey and Mr. Kim tried to stop him. Taeyang, Dad, please, I will explain everything to you, but now please stay away. Mr. Kim understood Taeyang was in a lot of pain. He did as Taeyang said and stepped back. John was on the floor and his face was bleeding. But Taeyang didn't stop beating him. Whitey was trying to pull Taeyang away but couldn't. Whitey, Taeyang, leave him. He will die, Taeyang. He should die. Ria wanted to be blamed Wine also and get beaten. She wiped her crocodile tears. Ria, Wine is a witch. She destroyed me. She is always jealous of me. She seduced him, and now what I will do? She ran to the upstairs and went to Wine's room. She saw Wine lying on the bed with eyes closed. She grabbed her hairs and started dragging her down. You slut, you showed your true colors, huh? Wine, Ria, leave me. She was crying. Ria dragged her down and pushed her on the floor as Wine hit her elbow. Mrs. Kim felt bad, but Wine stopped him from going to Wine. Wine's father saw her and he went towards her while shouting. How dare you to disgrace us like this? I am ashamed of you. You are a whore. He pulled Wine up by her hair and was going to slap her, but Taeyang stopped his hand. He jerked his hand off and death cleared him. Taeyang, let go of her right now. He shouted as Whitey left Wine here. Taeyang immediately hugged crying Wine. Taeyang, don't you ever dare to hurt my wife again, and this is a warning to everyone. He shouted and then gave death clear to Ria, but she seduced him, she slept with him, and you still believe her? She is a slut. Whitey, yes, she is the one who has seduced my son-in-law. She was always trolling over John. Wine couldn't hear their words. She hid her face in Taeyang's chest. Taeyang patted her back. Taeyang, baby, don't listen to them. They are all saying bullshits. Oh, baby, she's still your so-called baby, huh? Can't you see the truth? Raised voice. Taeyang, shut up. I can see the whole truth and I know everything. My wife will never cheat on me. Whatever you all are saying is just allegations, nothing else. I trust her and I know the whole truth. I know what you guys have done to her. It's because of her that I didn't kill all of you and decided to take your fake mask in front of everyone. Deep, husky voice. Whitey, but she doesn't deserve this love. I will teach her a good lesson. Wine seems like the beating last time wasn't enough for you. As he said this, Wine started trembling in fear. Taeyang couldn't take it anymore. He kissed Wine's forehead and looked at his mother. Mrs. Kim understood what Taeyang wants, although she didn't know what the truth was, but she decided to trust her son. She came forward as Taeyang broke the hug and Mrs. Kim held Wine. Taeyang's eyes were all red and a little teary seeing Wine's condition. Mrs. Kim, I got this son. He nodded and went to Wine father and slapped him real hard across the face. Taeyang, how dare you to do that to her and start talking about teaching her a lesson? He shouted. Taeyang, now I will teach you a lesson that you will never forget. He looked at one of the guards. Bring an iron rod right now. Why, son, please. He is like your daughter. Mr. and Mrs. Kim, say something to him. Taeyang, stay where you are. And he couldn't become a father to her daughter. How can he be like my father? My father isn't pathetic like him. Taeyang took the rod and beat him in the same manner he beat Wine. Taeyang showed no mercy. He was like a beast and his anger wasn't going down. Fear took over Rhea. She shut her mouth. Taeyang wasn't stopping. Wine come and hugged Taeyang from behind. Wine, Taeyang, please come down for my sake. Please leave him. Taeyang stopped and turning around he took Wine in his embrace. Wine pecked his chest and calmed him down. Taeyang noticed one burned hand. He broke the hug and looked at her hand as some tears fall, which he was holding. How did your hand got burned? Did someone Wine cut him off? No, I accidentally burned my hand. At this point, the maid came out. She wanted to tell the truth because the whole time she was feeling guilty. Maid, sir, can I tell you something? Taeyang, go ahead. Sir, Rhea ma'am burned her hand deliberately, making it look like an accident, and she also said hurtful words to her. And when Ma'am ran to her room while crying, John sir followed her. Rhea ma'am saw John sir, but she didn't stop him. Instead, called her parents and told them that Vine ma'am was snatching John. Rhea, she is lying. The maid is lying. Believe me, Taeyang, please. Taeyang, will you say the truth or you want to join your father and husband? Rhea started telling them everything from her and Taeyang's relationship to John harassing Vine and also all her plannings. Vine was shocked and angry also as Rhea stopped Vine, broke the hug and turned to her. Taeyang begged her. How can you do this? You are my sister and still you give me the worst pain. First snatch my boyfriend. And that wasn't enough. You tried to seduce Taeyang. Why you knew John is harassing me and you stayed quiet and did all the conspiracies to make Taeyang believe that I am having an affair. How can you? Mr. Kim, so that night when you came to me all drenched in rain and looking dead, it was because of her. He was furious as he clenched his jaw. Mrs. Kim came forward and slapped Rhea. Mrs. Kim, because of you, my son turned cold. He would cry every night. He went through a lot of pain, and still you had the audacity to ruin his happiness again. She then took steps towards Vine and kissed her cheeks. Mrs. Kim, when you came in his life, he started smiling again, and you healed him, made him happy. Thank you so much. Please love my son because I know he is madly in love with you. You are the reason that he finally moved on from this filthy woman. Vine, you made him crazy for you. Vine chuckled at this as Taeyang put his head on Vine's shoulder. Don't worry, mom and dad, I'm also crazy for him. Taeyang kissed Vine's shoulder and lifted his head as he spoke to Vine's father. From now on, all of you must stay away from my wife, and you are nothing to her. She will never visit you just for her sake. I am not calling police, and don't take my kindness for granted. Then he ordered the guards. Taeyang kicked them out along with John. From now on, he is also nothing to us. The guards did as he said. Taeyang left Vine in bridal style and went to his bedroom after excusing his parents. He placed her on the bed and hovered over her. Taeyang, I'm sorry babe, you are not safe in my house. I'm sorry, Vine. It's not your fault. She cupped his cheek and kissed him passionately while stroking his hair. She was trying to make him feel better. They both were tired and slept in each other's embrace.